Hello, Virgo. Welcome to ArcanaUniverse. This is going to be your What the Universe Wants You to Know at This Time reading. Let's get started. All right, yourself has a message for you today, okay? All right, let's clear the energy first. Breathe in, breathe out. One more. Breathe in, breathe out. As a friendly reminder, this is a general reading, so please only take what resonates. We do have cross watchers, so roles can be reversed, but you will know which side you're on. So this is for anybody with strong Virgo placements in their birth chart, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus, or those who are dealing with a Virgo, or if you just happen to stumble across this video, there may be a message for you here. Right. So yourself wants to say, so I'm picking up on an energy. Somebody here is like upset at you. They're very mad about how like things progress. Okay, this may be somebody that you had a strong connection with, whether that's romance, friendship, even coworkers or family members. Okay, but this is somebody that you hold some sort of history with. Whether that's like in this lifetime or in past lifetimes, I feel like you have some sort of lesson or experience or like a soul contract that you had with this person. And I see here, it can also be more than one person. It can be many different types of people, but so I'll kind of describe this energy for you, okay? Some of you, it may be somebody that's like older or they have this demeanor that they know what's best, okay? This is somebody that never wants to be in a bad light. And so right here, I see that, so the person that I'm connecting with at this time, this person is very spiritual, okay? This person is somebody that loves God and has a very special connection with God. And so they are attracting people who are afraid of their light, okay? So the person I'm connecting with, they're all about giving back, about helping others, about people who may be going through trauma or some sort of like past that was very difficult to deal with. And so even though they have a tendency to trigger and or activate those that just has beef with them, even if like they did nothing wrong, there is this energy coming in where they are so angry and upset by what you're doing. And so there's just a lot of like conflicting energy, people who are angry, people who feel like they have a right to say what they have to say, somebody that tries, I'm getting like a know-it-all kind of energy, somebody who thinks that they know it all when they really don't. This person might have, some of them might have like higher education, or they feel like they're knowledgeable, or they just have like a knowing, but it's based on old information. It's based on like textbook. It's based on something that other people told them versus real life one-on-one connection with source and God. And so, and I feel like this person, they're not at the root of it, they're not a bad person. but they have this demeanor. They always want to try to do the right thing, even if it means throwing stones at somebody who they deem to be not worthy. Even if they've never even met the person, it doesn't matter. But I'm just getting conflicting energy. So let's continue. What else does your higher self want to tell you at this time? Oh, that's kind of a beautiful energy. I like that. Okay, so I'm sensing here that there's some sort of like light within you that really triggers other people. As mentioned earlier, you have this like triggering energy for good or for worse. But either way, it helps dig up like old trauma, old wounds, and really help people like come out of that and to really embrace the truth, to embrace the happiness. And so this person may perhaps like in the past they feel like, oh my gosh, like you're doing something wrong, even though you may not have been doing anything wrong. You know, I see here that you're coming from a good place. You're trying to give back. You're even utilizing your own time. Like I see here that nobody's paying you to be a good person. You are just volunteering in a sense to kind of shine light and give back. And people are going to notice that. People are going to notice that you have a genuine heart, you have a genuine soul, and your way of doing things, your way of giving back is different than what is considered the norm. You know, some people, their way of giving back is through money, charity, food, clothing donations, knowledge. And whereas I see that for you is kindness, it's your spirituality. You're trying to enlighten people to be best friends with themselves. And I see that due to the fact that you are utilizing genuine energy, people can sense that right away. They know and understand that you're not here to be pushed around. You're here to stand your ground and almost lead people to be their own cheerleaders. You're not necessarily you're setting a good example based on experiences and being an example is what I see here. And so at the end of the day, people are going to recognize that you you hold some sort of like maturity, some sort of genuine groundedness. I'm receiving a maternal energy here, and I see that you are very secure in yourself to know that you're doing the right thing. So, that's nice. Yeah. So I see here, I think the reason why that you're triggering people at this time is because your way of connecting with God is different than their way of connecting with God and what they think is right. So I see here they're very more like traditional based. They are not quite progressive. They're still kind of stuck in the Stone Age, is what I'm seeing. So notice how it's the Hierophant versus the High Priestess, for an example. So this is somebody that is just very like, you know, by the book, biblical, willing to just blindly hear, you know, somebody in a higher place, let's say, you know, I don't want to get like political or religious here, but you know, this is the type of person if let's say the Pope says something is what they say is the end all be all versus utilizing your own better judgment. So it's like we're the people who are, you know, in this energy of trying to be in their own power, they're being hypocrites because they are utilizing other people's thought thoughts and beliefs that may be outdated versus willing to kind of quiet the voices around them and truly connect with their higher selves and one-on-one connection with God. And so I see here, though, that this person, as mentioned earlier, is being triggered. Okay, so you're the type of person that's going to trigger, bring light, and activate people to just be able to be comfortable in their own skin and excel. So even though there's conflict, I'm seeing conflict here, it's because I don't care if they're like 80 years old or what have you, there is some like that, the spiritual aspect, some aspect of them hasn't grown. They weren't exposed. So I wouldn't necessarily take it personally. It's because that's all they know. It's like that example in ancient Greek philosophy teachings where uh, there was a group of people in a cave and all they could see were shadows, and they thought that was all there was to it, but they didn't realize it was just a projection. And so people are never going to understand what they don't know, or at least be willing to. So I wouldn't take those kinds of any like negative feedback if people are coming at you out of fear, out of thinking that, you know, you have ill intentions. I wouldn't take that personally. It's something that they need to work on. And they'll realize, like, you're triggering them either way, for good or for worse. And they're going to know that you have genuine intentions, and that not just because you do things the way that you want to, that doesn't mean it's necessarily wrong. And just because it doesn't align with how they feel about things, that it's, you know, different strokes for different folks in that sense. But let's go ahead and move on. But I just sense that overall, like, these aren't bad people. They're just like misunderstood. They are taken the wrong way, and but I see that they have a good heart. Like they're just trying to do what they think is right. But I see that it is some like outdated beliefs is what I'm seeing here. Okay, so let's go ahead and continue on. Okay. And I'm getting a Bible verse, okay? So Jeremiah 333, okay? Jeremiah 333. I think it went something like, I don't want to misquote it, but it's ask God and he'll tell you unthinkable things that you will never know. So it's okay for those of you who are wondering, like is what is happening right now, is what's happening right now, things that you don't know, things that you're not really sure about. Ask God. Ask God. That's exactly what I'm doing. And it's funny how God sends me Bible verses. It's amazing. Like he connects with me. He's like, Jeremiah 333, look it up. I was like, what the heck? I was like, okay, I'll look it up. And it really put things into perspective that if you, because at the end of the day, the truth will set you free. That's in the Bible, okay? And if you ask God, if you plead with God and say, God, show me the truth, which I've done, and that's one of the reasons why I have been gifted with this gift of foresight. I asked God to, show me what I need to see, show me the truth, and yeah, he's been showing me the truth, and I I try not to like go too deep. I do feel like I should, because it may provide more insights for other people as to why I do the things I do. But at the end of the day, long story short, for me, my one-on-one connection with God has really, it's been like a salvation. Like God pulled me through, and I realized how my spirituality and one-on-one connection with God has really helped me. So that's one of the reasons why I'm here to kind of spread that as well and encourage, people who are going through a hard time, depression, anxiety, worries, that they can turn to God and that they can ask God for the truth to show, to, take the veils off of, other people who are trying to blind you in a sense, with their fear mongering kind of guilt and shame that they try to throw upon you. It's, those are men, those are ego based. That has nothing to do with spirituality. And so even God says it himself, go look up Jeremiah 3:3, and you will see that you can ask God for the truth and he will tell you. He will come and reveal that for you. So, all right. So let's go ahead and move on. Anything else that God wants to touch up on? Future. All right, so some of you are very curious about your future. All right. And so some of you are wondering, so there's this misconception, okay, that like tarot and stuff like that, like tarot is just deck of cards. It's just a tool, just like a map, just like a wrench. And personally for me, I feel like it's a visual representation of that I'm not making this up. So those cards have a meaning behind them. Those are not, it's just like the dictionary. You're just gonna flip through the pages and you're gonna go down the list and be like, oh, okay, this means this. And then, so how I use tarot is I use it for the visual so that people aren't going to be like, she's making this up. It's like, no, I'm not. So it's more of a physical proof in a sense. And technically, the cards aren't necessary. The messages will come up regardless. But it helps because some people are visual, some people are skeptical, so it helps for them to see that. But anyways, that's enough of, I'm not here to talk about that. I'm gonna go ahead and just move on with the reading and talk about the future. Okay, all right. How fun! Isn't this fun? Okay, let's go. Okay. What's the future energies? All right. Okay, so I see here that somebody is blocking off some sort of blessing, okay? So God here, the universe is coming in and they're trying to bless you with some sort of like love, some sort of enlightenment. And I see somebody here that is not willing to, I don't want to say they're rejecting it. If not, they're just like, okay, I want to see what else is going to come about. They're trying to see this person, this energy that I'm picking up, they're trying to see if there's going to be better opportunities. But I see here, God, the universe sends something. Is going to send something, and it's going to be like positive news, positive like blessings and abundance. It's going to change your life. It's going to be life-changing kind of thing. So for those of you who are currently dealing with you're not happy with how things are going, you feel like you're not receiving the blessings that you're meant to. But the universe is really trying to emphasize that no, it's coming. It's like it's practically here. And so some of you are definitely in this like manifestation kind of energy where you're just like, oh, I'm gonna just say it out to the universe and just kind of wait for it to come. But just know that the wheels are turning and that it is coming, and your future is looking very good. Like for those of you who have been wondering, what's going to happen with your life, it's going to be better, a lot better, like significantly better, like 180 degrees difference between what used to be and what is going to happen here, okay? Oh, wow, look at that. Somebody loves the heck out of you. Wow, you have somebody here that wants to be that has like strong emotions for you. Some of you, it is a romantic counter. It doesn't have to be, or it could be just somebody that you're emotionally connected with, or whether that's like a father figure, a brother, coworker, boss, or even romance. So I do sense here that somebody is wanting to come in and give you their cup of love in a sense. And that's one of the blessings that you are going to be receiving. Wow, this is so beautiful. So you are almost like drawing in like a soulmate. I'm also getting soul tribe. Okay, some of you are going to be connecting with somebody who is like part of your soul tribe, somebody who's going to help uplift you, who's going to provide you with experiences where you're going to grow and it's going to feel really, really good. Okay. Yeah, as mentioned earlier, it doesn't just necessarily have to be romance. It can also be work as well, like teamwork. So they can be like a teammate, like group members, like a best friend. But I'm getting like this is somebody, whoever you're connecting with, like I see multiple blessings, like at least 4 different types of blessings. So let me just dig a little deeper and see what other blessings are coming through. I love this card. This is one of my favorite cards because that represents to me the sword of truth, and it's very, God, you know, Christianity, like that. I'm not talking about religion, I'm talking about just one on one spirituality with God. And so I see here that there's going to be some wrongs that will be set right, okay? People are going to say, oh my gosh, they've been right, like you've been right all along. Okay, so that kind of really makes me, the download I'm receiving is that some of you have been wronged, okay? Some of you may have been mistaken or like misunderstood for what you do, your intentions. And so there was this period where you really had to hold back. You really had to pull back your energy so that you can heal because I totally understand where, I can see that you've been trying to, give back to the world, give back to those who might not even deserve your love and affection and your understanding, but you're trying to transmute their negative energies. It's kind of like I'm getting the trees, nature, they take in the CO2 and then release oxygen. So it's like you're transmuting their negative energy. So you are being some sort of like activator and spiritual healer in a sense by providing some level of truth. And people are not going to get it the first time, no matter how many times you tell them no, like this, that's that's doesn't sound right, they're going to be like, well, this is all I know. This is all I knew. This is how I saw it. So you're wrong. So I'm getting that that's a lot of the kind of energy that you've received in the past where people weren't willing to accept you or say what you're saying as, something that is the truth and honesty. But I see here that people are going to realize that there is truth being spoken here. There's truth being spoken here, and that they are going to kind of like go within and actually have a talk with their own spirituality in a sense, and ask themselves why they do the things they do. Well, you know what? I'll give you a little. I'll throw you guys a little bone if you're a cross watcher here and then you're at the other end of this situation. Is that okay? So this is the reason why that you're being triggered is because it's ego. Okay, you want to feel that you know better than everybody else and that everybody is wrong. So you are going to go ahead and kind of like go within, that you're going to go within and really reflect on what is going on and how your past traumas or just I'm also getting somebody here, somebody that you may be dealing with, like they are very, yeah, just stuck in their ways. It's just them and versus their ego. And so the universe is trying to really say, like, you know what, you're going to, there's a lot of these kinds of energy in the world, and that's one of the reasons why that, if those of you who I'm talking to, who are light workers, who are, just trying to give back and spread and share kindness and joy around the world, you are going to be coming across people who are in the dark, who doesn't know, and who is going to be triggered by what you say and do. And so it's almost like the brighter you shine, you're going to be kind of it's like a double-edged sword. Isn't it funny? It's a double-edged sword because one side is you're helping, but on the other side you're triggering and you're helping these people purge and kind of let go of their own outdated beliefs, etc. And so I see here that you're really going to yeah, you're going to be coming across people who are going to need to release those things, like self-deceiving kind of energy. Okay? All right. So, okay, what other future energies? Okay, let's see. Okay, so I saw. Was it this one? Okay, so you know how I just looked at it really quick and I saw that somebody here. I'm picking up on an energy. I don't think it's your energy. I feel like it's like a cross watcher's energy. But I see here that somebody is extremely stressed. Okay, this is somebody perhaps is going through a financially difficult time, and you're going to be helping them kind of like get out of this funk. I'm picking up on a strong energy. They're going through like depression, they're going through financial trouble. Some of them have been in no contact with somebody that they truly care about. And you're going to be very helpful to them. And why? Oh, wow. So I see here that the more you help, the more you give back. It's like the universe is rewarding you in a sense by literally showering you with people who are attracted to you, okay? And they're just gonna kind of come out of the woodworks. They're gonna just be so drawn to your energy, and they're going to be very attracted to you. Some may be physically attracted, but regardless, I see here that your demeanor, your way, your just wanting to give back and shining your light is going to really attract somebody who has really strong feelings for you. What's going to happen with this person? Some of them are going to try to work with you, okay? It's almost like they're going to, I don't want to say utilize some sort of deception here, but they are going to kind of, an example coming up is they're going to say, hey, can we collaborate? And, I like your energy. I like your style. I feel like you're a good person. And they're going to utilize some sort of like, can we collaborate? Can we work together? But at the end of the day, it's because they want to get close to you. Okay? It's because they want to get close to you, because they're extremely attracted to you. And it's, polarity. It's almost like opposites attract in a sense. The brighter you shine, you're gonna have people who may be, coming from the dark, that's going to like want to be in your energy, want to kind of be in your life. And that's what I see here. All right, so I feel like I'm gonna go ahead and instead of stopping the reading, I'm going to continue. Usually, I usually like to just post maybe like 10-minute ones, 10-minute videos. But I'm being called. I'm being called to do more readings for you, okay? All right. Oh, some of you are going through an ending of some sort, huh? Okay. Well, if it's meant to come up, it'll come up. All right. All right. So everybody, let's go ahead and clear the energy one time. Okay. Let's go ahead and clear the energy. Breathe in. Breathe out. One more. Breathe in. Breathe out. Okay. So this message is going to be for those who need it, who's meant to hear it. So let's go ahead and see. What else does my viewers need to know? Self. Okay, so your higher self has a little something they want to say. I close my eyes when I do this, so so I didn't realize it was turned upside down. That's okay. Let's see. Yeah, I usually when I like shuffle, I usually like look away and just try to like hone in on the energy, because sometimes even when I'm shuffling, like I knew this was gonna come up. Okay, so some of you are dealing with somebody, or like you just feel like when it comes to like love or relationships, it feels one-sided. It feels like you're pouring in more than the other person is pouring in. So it's major breadcrumbing vibes, okay? So I see that the person that I'm connected to, and remember, we have cross watchers here, so roles can be reversed, but you will know which side you're on. But I see here that, there's somebody here that is very, like like knows their worth, knows what they want, and they've been kind of dealing with people who's not in it, who's not in it for the long haul. Okay. Yeah, this is the kind of love you want. Okay, strong Gemini energy coming through. So you may be dealing with a Gemini, or you may have strong placements in your sun, moon, rising, or Venus. But I see here that, this person, this is not what they want. This isn't what they want. This is what they want. They don't want like breadcrumbing. They don't want somebody who doesn't know their worth. Whereas here we see that like this is somebody who's reciprocated, somebody who is protected, provided for, knows their worth. Like it's it's a match made in heaven, like in every aspect. And so, okay. Yeah, oh my gosh, do you see that? We have this energy coming in again, and it's in the same placement. So this is coming in strong, okay? So your self is trying to let you know that the person you're meant to be with, the person that is going to be reciprocating with you, that is going to love you, is either here or coming soon. I just see that they're already in your energy, so it must be very, very close. Okay, so can we go on? Okay, this card is coming up as well. So okay, so I see here some of you are dealing with somebody that needed to, oh my gosh. Okay, let me just confirm something. Yeah, okay. It's confirmed. All right. So this person that you're dealing with, some of you may be dealing with somebody from the past, okay? This person has this kind of feelings for you. However, they treated you like this. Same person, okay? And it was because this person had third party energies around them, feeding, whispering into their ear, trying to make them think that, they're not like they were out of that you were out of their league or something like that. And there was some sort of huge difference, like huge, maybe I don't want to bring up class because it's 2024, but there's some sort of like class. Perhaps like you made more than them, or like they thought that you come from a better family, or like they come from a broken home or something like that. They just kind of felt like they they weren't enough. And that's one of the reasons, like it's like low self-esteem too. On top of that, they have low self-esteem. And so, but they've been going through a lot of healing, a lot of transmuting, and they're trying to change who they are. And this isn't an easy task. There are some people that go like cold turkey and just do like a 180, and just kind of go for it. But it takes like consistency, almost like a habit in a sense, right? And so this person has a lot of, it's almost like they needed to give up their old life just to be with you in a sense. They like one by one, I'm getting multiple people. Some of them is family, some of them are friends, mentors, exes or something like that, like or even romantic interests, that people wanted to be with them. But I see here that they're blocking themselves off to them. Like one by one, they're dropping these people that has whispered into their ears saying, you're not good enough for them. You're not you're not worthy. You need to do this, this, and that to be their match. And they realized that they needed to work on themselves before they can actually come towards you. And so I see that that's what they've been doing, okay? Some of them, yeah, it took a while because I feel like they were surrounded. It was almost like they were bombarded with people who I'm getting, because the people that they were surrounded by, because they were broken, it was almost like they didn't want them to find their happiness. Okay? They didn't want them to be in love, be in a perfect partnership. They were jealous. These are people who are in competition with the person that you were romantically or in some sort of partnership with. And so I see here that this person has always had like strong feelings for you, even though they may not have shown it. So, there were moments where they didn't show it, and you felt like you were being breadcrumbed. But the feelings, the emotions, the love was always there. And so now they're just trying to kind of cut off the supply, like put a stop to the venomous people around them. Okay? So let's go ahead and continue on. What else does your higher self want to share with you at this time? Oh, remember this? Remember this? This is so amazing. So it's saying, you know, your happiness, it's like it's right there. You're just like on that cusp of having it all. There's going to be multiple blessings and some wishes that you made that is going to be coming true. So let's go ahead and see, what else? Yeah, just literally just talked about wishes. So you are so some of you, I highly recommend like writing it down. Like, what are some of the wishes that you have wished, and be ready to start checking them off. Okay, I see here that that's going to be very helpful to really fully see that God, the universe, is not going to just leave you hanging. Your manifestations, like if you truly are, the person that I'm connecting with, this individual who is just has a warm heart. They always try to do the right thing, but they do have boundaries now. They have set themselves some sort of boundaries where they're not going to tolerate any BS, no breadcrumbing, people who are continuously, kind of act as like frenemies in a sense, where they say that they like you, but they are in competition with you. It doesn't work that way, okay? So we're trying to take out the trash. They say the trash takes themselves out in a sense, right? But yeah, I see it one by one, they're just dropping like flies out of your energy, okay? And that you are going to have some level of wish fulfillment and happiness coming towards you. Look at that. So some of you may be dealing with a Cancerian, or somebody with strong Cancerian in their sun, moon, rising, or Venus. But this is somebody that is like tired of being on the fence about this connection. They are wanting to rush in and have this commitment. Look at all of these strong commitment cards coming through. And so, oh my gosh, are you kidding me? This is, as I mentioned earlier, I utilize, tarot cards as a visual representation, because imagine if I'm just like, oh yeah, all of these, like without the cards, if I'm like, oh yeah, all of these things are going to happen, like people are gonna be like, oh, you're just making it up. It's like, how am I making it up? Like, it's literally staring you in the face. Yeah, and they are, so this person that you're connecting with, they want to be with you. The love never faded, and the romance and the partnership, and wanting to be with you. It never left, okay? And you'll see that, you see the difference here. You'll notice that they are going to come in and they're going to be this like a provider type, okay? All right, so any final messages, any advice? All right. Okay. So the final message coming through is that, so this person, as mentioned earlier, is, you have like a soul contract with them, okay? This is somebody that you've shared multiple past lives with, in a sense, right? And this person wants to have like a new beginning. I'm also getting something about a dog. Okay, so that may be of significance. Something about a dog. I'm getting like it's just me and my dog. I don't know why. That's like the channel message. But I see here that this person is recollecting the history that you guys shared, and they always wonder what life would have actually been like if they stuck it out with you, if they didn't have to leave, if they didn't need time to reflect, heal, and just kind of go within. If they didn't do all that, if they actually stuck around, would there have been any difference? Like, and I see here, for those of you who are wondering, why did they have to leave? Why couldn't they just stick around, and why couldn't we work on this together? It's saying, well, one, if they did do that, if they didn't leave the situation to figure things out on their own, they would have felt like they were using you, okay? So the example coming through is, it's almost like if they stayed, they would have literally felt like they were already thinking they weren't worthy of your love and affection, and so they would have felt like if they stayed with you, without having changed and without having worked on themselves, they would have felt like they would have been using you, okay? And also, this is, I'm getting kind of like, there's something about them that is very manipulative and smart. And so, and I think that's one of the reasons why they attracted people who are in competition with them, because like even they felt like they were in competition and they wanted to one up them. Like some of them had this image about their life where they felt like they want to show other people that they were doing well, that they were succeeding. But they didn't want it to feel like they didn't want it to feel like you were doing them a favor. Like they wanted to be more of the protector and provider type, okay, is what I'm seeing here. They felt like, as mentioned earlier, they felt like they were you were out of their league, and so they wanted to stand on their own 2 feet. And at the end of the day, even though it may have hurt, it may have hurt you, they just kind of felt like if they stayed with you, they wouldn't feel like they can stand on their own 2 feet, and they didn't want to manipulate you in that sense. Okay, wow, that was pretty powerful. Okay, I feel like, you know what? I don't do these long readings often, so I'm gonna do one more for you guys. A little treat for those of you watching. Let's go ahead. A little extra. You know what? This person, right? This energy, they want to make themselves known. So should we give them the floor? What do you think? Yeah, okay, we're doing it. All right. Okay, we're going to do just you and them, okay? What do you want to say? We can handle it, right? We can handle the message. I'm hearing brace yourself. I'm just kidding. Kidding, not kidding. But it's okay. Ooh, okay. I'm getting nervous energy. Wow. Nervous energy. Oh my gosh. Nervous energy. Okay. Hold on. I'm gonna do one more one more clearing of the energy. Let's ground ourselves, shall we? Okay, breathe in. Breathe out. One more. Breathe in. Breathe out. Okay. Beautiful. Oh my gosh. Now they don't want to talk now. They're like, oh, they're getting really nervous about what's going to be revealed. Wow. They're being. All right. Okay. This will be our overall energy. Okay. Okay. All right. We'll reveal the bottom of the deck at the end, shall we? Okay. Overall energy. Ooh. Yeah, somebody here is like, they don't want to reveal. They don't want to reveal what's going to happen. Okay. Okay, so just to sum up, just to give you the energies coming through, is that I see her disconnection. It started out like when the ball started rolling, when it actually started rolling, it was fast, very quick. Like it was almost as if like the communication was good. They were always trying to talk to you. I feel like this is somebody that when things were good, you guys talked like all the time. Like it was like every day, and the communication was good. And then I see here that, yeah, that soulful energy, that having that soul contract, the past life over and over again. I see here that is almost like what's connecting you guys. Like I see that you guys are always connecting with one another, like in the 5D. And even though in physically, like not in the 5D. I mean, yeah, 5D, but in reality, I see here that yeah, they're closed off. They don't want to talk. You know, some of you may be like no contact at this time, or like you feel like you're not really sure what's going on in their life. They're very much leaving you in limbo, okay? They don't want to share or show anything. And that's definitely the energy that I was like picking up on when I was even shuffling and stuff. But I see here that both of you guys, like I'm getting very like single energy. So and they're going to be like watching you, okay? They're watching you, they're patient, they're trying to see when they can kind of like pounce in a sense. They want to know how they can kind of come back into your life because they see your worth. Like you've always, you know, had this like angelic kind of energy about you where you always been trying to be helpful. You try to help others. Even your demeanor is very like you do have this like a go-getter energy about you, but you're at the same time you're very grounded, okay? You're the type of person that gets stuff done, like making dreams into a reality. So if you know, you may have like an idea in your mind, you make it happen. And so that's one of the things that they loved about you. And it's one of the other things that really motivates them to do the same, to almost be like you in a sense. But I feel like in the past, there they there was a confusion, okay? Because they really admired you and they wanted to be like you, it became competition. And that they knew that that wasn't healthy, that was just coming from an ego based place. And so they're just like, they needed to go retract their energy and work on themselves because they don't want to look bad in your eyes. So they would rather make sure that you have no access to them while they figure that out. So let's see how. Okay, so their like current energy right now is that some of them it's either they're like in this like lack mindset. Some of them they were raised poor or they didn't have a lot of money growing up, and like they feel like they're not financially secure or something like that. Like something about their money, they don't have like abundance in abundance. They some of them they might have like a lot of bills or I don't know. There's something about like a trauma thing going on with them and their money and also their sense of worth. They feel like they're not good enough. Whereas you feel like you know who you are. You like they don't know who they are. Like they are blinded by their ego, and so but you know who you are. Like the strengths, the weaknesses. Like you're the type of person, if you do have any weaknesses, you're willing to work on it. You're willing to hold yourself accountable. And as a result, you're able to flourish in that sense. And so I see that definitely in this better energy where you feel like you have more of a foundation, you really know who you are, and in a sense, the universe really has blessed you because you have been true to yourself. You haven't really been fooling yourself in a sense. You were very honest, and so I see that how they like feel about you, how they see you is that like you don't want any baggage. Okay, that's the thing about like they have this image of you that you're the type of person if you are approached in a disrespectful manner, or if your boundaries have been crossed, you're willing to cut those people out of your life. Like, you're the type of person who wants a clean slate, who doesn't want to bring your past into your present and in your future. So they know that you want something new, you want something fresh, and your happiness matters to you, your well-being matters. And so if they know that if they want to come back in your life, like, they can't bring their baggage in with you, they know that it would literally have to be a fresh start, because what they brought wasn't a good foundation. All right. How how you sort of view them is that, this person that you were dealing with, they're not, like, even their actions aside, like, they're not dumb, like. And what I mean by that is, like, this person has a lot of potential, and I think that's one of the reasons that you kind of like stuck around or even gave them a chance, because you saw that they had potential. You saw that they had, some of them were very attractive. Like, there was something about them that it wasn't just like love and like pleasant energy. There was also passion. There was something about this connection where you felt physically attracted to them, physically drawn to them. And I see that, they did have they were catching the eyes of other people as well. And so they were being approached. Like, they were being approached. They had people who wanted to be in their energy, etc. And so I see here. Oh my gosh! Look at that! Look at that! So I see here, in their like the future actions towards this connection, that they're going to come forward. If you haven't heard them in a while, I see that they're going to kind of come forward. They're going to, some of them owe you an apology. They're going to come and just be like, hey, is it fine? Is it okay if, like, we kind of start this from the beginning? But I don't want to say you're defensive, but you're just like, you're gonna hold your ground. You're going to be like, well, this is, this and that is like what I want. Those are my boundaries. If you are not going to do that, then I don't think this is going to work out. And so, and they understand that. That's the thing. They understand that that's what you want, and that's what you care about. And so they want to meet you. I think in the past it was more like, oh, I'll meet you halfway. Like, I'll be more accommodating, and I'll be like, I'll meet you halfway. But then now it's just like, you've grown, you know your worth. You realize that what you're asking isn't even much. It's the basics. It's the basics. Simple root foundation for what you feel like is a good foundation for a strong monogamous connection. And so they understand that. They understand that you're not asking for a lot. You're asking for the basics, in a sense. And so, and if anything, they admire you for standing your ground, because it seems to me like there was plenty of other people or other energies that was willing to be the opposite, and was willing to be like, okay, whatever you want, Oh, you want something open? Okay, fine. Like, you want to keep things casual? Okay, me too. But it's like with you, you actually have standards. You actually know what you want. And that's the person that they fell for. That's the person they want. And so, ooh, I like it. I like it. Okay. What are some, what's the, like, any other messages that they want to say? Oh, oh, okay. Okay. All right, we're gonna save the bottom of the deck for the last, for the last reveal. All right, so they want, their higher self wants to say that they are sad. They are anxiety ridden. There was a reason why they were holding back. They're healing. They're healing. They need some time to themselves. There's this like shame energy that I'm feeling. They feel like I'm getting the they keep telling themselves like man up, like you can do it, like so they feel bad, they feel terrible about making you wait, all because they feel lack. Okay, they feel lack, and they've been fantasizing about what life would be like if you guys ended up like even marrying or being in some sort of like higher level of commitment. They've been fantasizing about that, and they some of them have cried. They've been up, they've been up into the early mornings just thinking. Some of them have been like scrolling through their phone, like looking at old pictures or something like that. And they're just like recollecting the the moments that were shared, and they feel like they're less of a person for not coming forward, and for some of them I'm getting the word coward, for chickening out is what I'm seeing here. And so that's what they're trying to say. And I see here that your energy, the opposite, the other side of this is that again, you're holding your boundaries, you're holding your standards. If this person is still in this energy, I'm getting more like strong, so I'm getting like it's polarity. So I'm getting like weak and then strong energy. So it's like this person feels like they're not strong enough yet. I'm getting this wobbly energy here. So they're just trying to build, some of them may be like hitting the gym. Like they're trying to be consistent in their life, and they're trying to pour love back to themselves so that they have love, overflowing cup of love to give back to you in a sense. And so I see that they're working on themselves, they're resting, they're sleeping a lot, and they've been like, yeah, I'm getting like strong like gym energy, like working, building strength. And so yeah, a lot of nostalgic energy is what I'm picking up here. But yeah, so but the other how you are seeing all of this is that, yeah, again, holding up your boundaries, your standards, and not taking anything less than you deserve. But I also see that you do show some level of compassion, that you feel for them. You understand that they're going through a tough time, and yeah, they're just some of you actually can feel that they're going through a hard time. And I see that it's very different from what you're used to. Okay, I think when things were good and stuff like that, when you guys were together, this person was like so lively, so happy. You guys were like two peas in a pod. And when you took your energy away from them, when you guys were no longer in each other's energy and you separated, you as much as you may have been sad about the whole ordeal, you knew they were also sad as well. And so, yeah, I feel like they know that they could have done better. And that's one of the reasons why they feel very shameful about the fact that they had to retract their energy. And all right, so let's go ahead and reveal the bottom of the deck. Wow. Can you say Virgo energy? Can you say Virgo energy? All right. So just based on this, like at this very current moment, and remember, when we did our future energies before this, we saw that there was a lot of abundance. You had, made some wishes and all of that. But in this very moment, whenever you watch this, whenever you see this, I see that you're giving them the space. You guys are both giving each other space. It's very, you notice how the message is very consistent, like this energy, this energy, this energy, just like right down the middle. It's being very clear that some of you are definitely like not really engaging with this person because you realize that there hasn't been a significant change for this to progress at this time, but you're also being very patient, but not waiting around for them. You realize that this inner knowing, this healing has to come from within. And so all you can do is lead by example, and they're just going to be motivated by your light, by your demeanor. And yeah, so for those of you who are not with your person at this time, just know that it's for a reason. It's for a reason. It's not the right time. And this was meant to happen. Any final words? It's like, you know your worth, you know your worth. And so I see that you're not going to just stop your life waiting on this person. And during this time apart, you guys are both spiritually leveling up. And so, yeah, that's what I have for you. So for those of you who have stuck around and watched this, thank you so much for staying till the end. I appreciate you. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe if you haven't already. For those of you who are new, welcome. For those of you who are returning viewers, welcome back. And I'll catch you guys on the next one. Thank you.